All right. Well, the board also did approve some large contracts for infrastructure projects, including a new operations and maintenance facility for Arlington Art bus system, a water main project, and a long-awaited second elevator for the Pentagon City Metro station. So let's start with the art contract. Matt, Christian, will give some of the details of that. We'll just go through all of them.
Sure. I'll say a little. I know this is actually an area where, Christian, you've taken a keen interest in the operations and the facility, but some who are watching may not know that we currently park and maintain some of our buses down 395. And I've got in my orientation, I got the glory of going down there, and it became so clear so quickly that it was not good policy to, in the midst of rush hour, have our buses be, or whenever, be sort of wasted miles down to this facility. So this is bringing that together. We're going to have a facility that we approved the initial stages in the contract, but we'll have some design discussions to come. But we're going to do this at our Shirlington facility. And so we're deciding to make this investment, and it's exciting to see that you can kind of see the horizon when this will get done, and it will be a big step forward for our bus system and our county, with some potential for green benefits, both in terms of the lack of miles, but also in terms of how we're designing this facility. So it's a good step forward. I know you've worked on it quite a bit, Christian.
Yeah, so, garaging our fleet has been the subject of lots of different county board wrap-up conversations over the years as our art fleet has expanded, and it's outgrown really the spaces that we've had available for it. So this facility, along with what exists in Crystal City, will be able to accommodate our projected, midterm needs for growth in the art fleet. And, being able to bring all of the maintenance operations in Arlington and reducing all of those deadhead costs that Matt mentioned is going to make for a much more efficient, bus system, which is going to benefit all taxpayers, certainly going to benefit bus riders by allowing for repairs and maintenance to be performed much more quickly, meaning that you should have better on-time performance. I mean, this is just good overall. And when we look at the, situation of where the facility is located, we were fortunate to be able to consolidate several parcels close to where, we've had art buses garaged in the past. And, we can now work with the community on building a facility that is environmentally sustainable, that's aesthetically pleasing. It meets the needs of the art fleet now and well into the future. This really is one of the elusive opportunities for multiple wins from public policy decisions. And I think another thing we should mention, the costs for this facility are not going to be borne by Arlington alone. There are significant grants and other cost sharing that's going to be borne by state transit agencies in this work as well. So I'm excited about it.
Now, one question I have is the office planned for this site was going to be net zero ready. Can you explain a little bit about what that phrase means?
Well, as we think about sustainability, we've had our community energy plan, which looks at very aggressive targets for county facilities and Arlington County in general to be carbon neutral within our lifetimes, or, hopefully I get to live that long. If we're going to achieve that, you actually have to make sure every time you invest in a public facility, you are moving the dial towards that goal. Now, at this point in time, designing a net zero building requires a lot of commitments, which we don't know if we'll necessarily be able to afford with the project budget. But what we can do is to go through the design process and not make any decisions that don't allow us to make this an efficient net zero building, and then hopefully give us time to figure out how we prioritize other resources to bring to the project so that when it is time to construct, we can actually have whatever county board is making the decisions at the time to make that decision to go all the way to net zero. So that's why we're kind of doing that and hoping to ask other people who build things for the future, even if you don't necessarily see that it's efficient or cost effective for you to do it now, design it so that you can be ready, so that hopefully you'll make the right decision when it comes time to construct.